Alright, so here we go. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Town of Southbridge Joint Education and Human Services Subcommittee / Town Council meeting. It's Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. It's 6 p.m. in the Rice Room. Agenda item number 1 is called to order. Agenda item number 2 is roll call. Councilor Marchetti.
Present.
Councilor Ryan is absent. Citizen member Gil Provost.
Present.
Citizen member Ariel Ortiz.
Present.
Councilor Montigny present. We have a quorum. Okay, agenda item number 3 is review, discuss, award of Green Communities Competitive Grant in the amount of $130,217 from Department of Energy Resources, DOER, and entertain a motion to Town Council for acceptance and to authorize the Town Manager to sign related documents.
Motion.
Second. There you go. Motion a second by Provost. Ortiz. Any discussion? I guess first I will read some of what I have here. A letter to the town manager from the Green Communities Division. It says, I'm pleased to inform you that the Department of Energy Resources Green Communities Division has approved an award of $130,217 for the following projects proposed in the town of Southbridge's Green Communities Competitive Grant application. It says it has to be very specifically used for these, but it's $46,868 for West Street School air source heat pump, $78,349 for the high school an air source heat pump, and then $5,000 for town administrative assistance. There's really no other information to say about this. The town manager isn't present to add anything, but I think it's great that we've had so many grants come forward this year. So, anybody have anything to say? Councilor Marchetti?
Oh yeah, I have a couple of things. First of all, I was hoping that Ms. Dean would be here.
She actually just walked in.
So, back in October 3rd, we voted on this same agenda. We voted $200,000 for the Green Communities Competitive Grants. And the council voted to accept option number two, which was middle high school lighting, and West Street air source pump for $63,000. The middle high school lighting was $93,000. So tonight, it's changed from that middle high school lighting, West Street air source pump, to West Street school air source pump dropped from $63,000 down to $46,000. And now it's a high school air source heat pump, which was not on the original list. And there was also a town administrative assistant added for $5,000, which was also not on the list. And the reason I bring this up is because the council voted on this. So in order to change it, I would think the council would have to rescind their original vote in order to do this one. So I don't know how you want to handle that. You want to send it up as is, and ask the council to rescind their original vote, or maybe a simple explanation would be in order.
Sure. Well, why don't we hear from the economic department first?
So, the original letter we got from the state contained a typo, which did state that there was a air source heat pump for West Street, which is correct, and then the second item was a air source heat pump for the high school. That is incorrect. The corrected letter we received later on, and it does state that it is for high school lighting and for the West Street School heat pump.
Okay.
Which is, I believe, what you had originally voted on at council.
So that letter that I have, is the number wrong? 130,217 now? In the new letter, is it different?
No, it is 132.17.
132.17. Okay. So it's just specific to the projects. We're a little different. So well, I'm trying to understand the 200,000 versus the 130,000.
So that was what we voted on. In October, we voted on to apply for $200,000, and it was broken down as option number 2. Middle high school lighting, $93,974.
It was for
West Street air source pump, $63,000. for a total of $157,151, but we were applying for $200,000. So now you're changing it. The West Street air source pump has dropped in cost.
Yes.
Was there an explanation why? That's quite a lot.
It's just what they came in for the estimate, the final estimates came in at. And I believe it was for up to $200,000 that
Right.
we could apply for.
That's correct.
So,
What about the lighting? That hasn't dropped? So it's 93.
to the best of my knowledge, no.
974, and instead of 63, it's 46,868. Anybody have a calculator on them?
I can. What would you like me to do?
I have mine too. I just wanted to know what the total is here.
Yeah.
93,974 plus 46,868.
Those two?
Yep.
That's 148.42.
148.42 plus $5,000 for an administrative assistant.
That's assistance, not assistant.
Right.
It's for,
Total
145.842.
145.
So it's like a savings of 15,000-ish, a little more.
But we're voting on
Well, because I
132.17 tonight. So that's wrong.
yeah, $130,217. Correct.
it
But
counts
the
as
cost is 145.
No.
Here's what I would propose.
Actually, I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure.
I'm all
Yeah, so
confused.
if I may, Eric and I, obviously we worked together on this. I brought this to the town back in September. Eric is the one that followed through with CMRPC's help to submit the application and get the award. He was the one who requested that the correction be made to the letter that you got. And so if we could have until Monday, between now and then, to verify with CMRPC the discrepancy between what you just totaled, the 145 versus the letter of 130, we'll make sure we get you an answer by then.
okay, because it could just be that the final quote came in, the final estimate came in lower, right? I mean, that could be it.
It could be.
So okay, I mean, it's grant money, so I'm in favor of it. But
That's not enough.
if it changes, we can take it up at council, and if we have to postpone it, we have to 2 weeks, then we have to. But for the sake of time and accepting grants, we'll see what they have to say Monday. Make a decision then.
Well, I would make it contingent on. I would vote contingent on what they say at the council meeting. How's that? That'd be all right. Because there's a discrepancy here. What you're saying here, 130,000, and what it's going to cost is 145,000. That's a $15,000 difference.
Right. Our award was 130,000.
Right.
270.
That's getting 90% of that money in grant money.
Typically, we don't have the person funded.
Yeah.
So I would just, if we get
Yeah, we
something in
just got to
writing
double
before
check
then.
with CMRPC that the bids came in lower than what we had originally anticipated, or what their original quotes were, and we'll move on from there.
Well, my concern is that we vote to fix these things, to replace the lighting and the air source pump and the assistance, but the grant doesn't cover it, so then where's the rest of the money at? That's my question.
So we're under the impression at the moment that the quotes for all this work came in lower. So
Is that what you
therefore,
have there? And what you have?
so that's where it comes down to the 46,868 and the 78,349.
No, the 78,349 is for a heat source pump.
No,
You're
it's not.
saying it's going back to the lighting.
It's going to the lighting. It was a misprint on the state's end.
All right,
So we're doing the high school lighting.
for 96,000 or what was it?
Well, what we were awarded for was
93.
78,349. There are I think there's potential other savings with National Grid for the lighting upgrades and potentially for the heat pump as well that are not factored into this. But we will double check and let you know on Monday.
All right.
All right, no further discussion. Then all those in favor? Opposed? Okay.
I'm not getting a straight answer here.
Yeah,
It's still gonna go
I
up.
agree, there's no straight answer.
All right.
It's still gonna go up.
Discussion's over. We got 2-2,
It'll
no
still go up,
recommendation.
you know.
That is what it is.
I
All right.
might change my mind at the meeting, but I want to know more about it.
All right. Agenda item number 4. Review, discuss health department transfer request for $1,000 from account number 001512-534100, advertising and promo, and for $1,385 from account number 001512571100, conference and meetings, totaling $2,385 to be transferred into 001512-542000, data processing and supplies to cover the cost for 3 laptops for department staff, and entertain a motion to council to approve and to authorize the town manager to sign all related documents.
Motion.
Second. Motion is second, Provost and Ortiz. I met with Daniel Vashix, who is the health inspector, the director of inspections here. We want to make sure that this department continues to get what it needs, and for now, the thing that we think the only thing we can really do for this budget session is to purchase a few laptops, which he can explain the need for those. And attached in the packet, we have quote. But he is here to discuss, so would you like to say a few words about it?
Well, certainly, I think, what I call this and deem this as just evolution of technology. I think this will definitely be beneficial for our department. It will definitely, and what I believe, boost our productivity and efficiency. We are without laptops or any kind of devices, and actually to attend virtual meetings or anything like that, we're lacking the proper equipment other than our cell phones. Our desktops don't have cameras, and certainly as I took into account what the needs are of the department, this was highlighted. I do want them, including myself, to be equipped to attend these meetings virtually, and if we go to other meetings or conferences, actually have laptops for note taking. We have the materials available as most do now. So I am asking for 3 of them. That's going to be for myself and 2 other inspectors.
Okay. Anybody else have any discussion?
Which 2 other people are going to get the laptops?
It is going to be Anna Smith and Emily. Emily is our housing inspector.
Okay. Thank you.
Councilor Marquetti?
Just a couple of questions. First of all, you don't have any account in your department for these type of purchases?
An account? No, a specific line item?
Line item.
No, actually, this Karen actually identified and clarified that we did have an account name, a data processing and supplies, which had no money in it. It was just a line item that was just open for funds to be transferred, and again, it had nothing in it. So what she deemed appropriate was to actually move from these 2 accounts, which I did, into this line item. That would be appropriate. That's what I did. And so, in addition, each laptop is $795. That is from Victor from IT. Gave us this quote. He has a specific company that he works with in West Springfield.
And he did say that there were no other laptops left from we bought some during COVID and stuff. There's no resources left. I think we had talked about that on the phone.
Yeah. This is what I was discussing, and I want to transfer. I mean, I have other ideas with
Right.
and needs.
Yeah.
A printer and moving on.
Right.
Moving forward.
Right.
With again equipment that I feel that our department is deficient of.
So this is a good start.
It is a good start, yes, I certainly deem it appropriate, and needed.
Yeah.
At this point, so we've got to clearly start somewhere. But in my 4 months here, in my assessment, I feel that's needed for our team to do a thorough job and be proficient, just not in the office, but in the field as well. Again, a lot of things, we're multifaceted department, doing a lot now, more than ever. So I think this is justified, the need.
Okay. Is that all, Councilor Marquez?
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is that, I've always said in the past, since I first got elected, is I've always thought conference and meetings, too much money in there, and this kind of bears that out, because now you're transferring money out of conference and meetings to purchase some laptops. I've always felt conference and meetings, they don't use it. They just don't use it. And we should have taken a look at every single department and look at their conference and meeting budgets, because we could probably cut that down a lot. The other thing is that, and this probably isn't more expertise. Why would we buy Windows 10 when everybody's running Windows 11 now? And also 8 gigabytes is kind of, I thought was a little low for a laptop, but that's not
Those technical aspects.
I've been looking at laptops myself.
Agreed.
Most of them recommend
Agreed,
Windows
Councilor.
11 and higher gigabytes for RAM. So.
Well, and
Especially if you're doing conferencing.
agreed. What I was looking at is more specifically is the longevity of these computers, that they would last, 3 to 5 years. That's the norm, I understand.
Right.
So I'm counting on Victor to make that decision.
I have some expertise in that field, and I
Okay.
do believe that will last you 3 years, most definitely.
3 years?
5 years. I don't see why not.
Municipalities are unlike private industry. Like if you worked at a high-tech job like at Google or Amazon or something, they would have you the latest and greatest probably, because they have to develop and have their applications work on the latest and greatest. But oftentimes, we are a little bit behind them, and we want stuff that is tested and tried, that we're using that, and there may be security reasons why we don't want to be jumping to something that new. So again, defer to Victor, but those are usually some of the common reasons why we would.
Well, I would
That we can get a very good deal on something that's probably a reasonably good machine with current technology, without all the bells and whistles that would do the functionality that's required just to get people on the user.
But I would think Windows 11 would be better security. That's just me. I'm not a computer expert either.
Does say that it includes it.
I certainly can discuss this
That's
with
what I have
him.
a license for.
Right.
About that. I don't know how much more it would be,
Well,
but
it does say that it has the license.
Yeah, it says includes
So
Windows
does that
11
mean that it's
Pro license.
all they gotta do
You
is
can
click a
upgrade.
button and
Right.
upgrades
Yeah.
automatically?
Yeah.
That's what that means?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That answers that question.
I had one, I just bought, and I had 11 and I went back to 10, to be honest with you, because 11 was the
Really?
latest stage that I had. And in the test I had too many issues, too many problems with the edge and all that, so I went back to 10.
perhaps that's the rationale.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure Victor knows.
Yeah. At
That's
least
his judgment.
the license is there. It's easily upgradable when you
Right,
have
right.
a license. I don't mind the 8 gigabytes of RAM, but I did want to touch up on a point, Councilor Marchetti, the conference and meetings. In our discussion when we met about this, we talked also about how they would like to do more training and conferences. So I think their budget might be well equipped to see that in the future, especially because now they're buying laptops that they can use to take to these conferences too. So, especially if that's another need they have, then it's sort of justified using it for this anyway.
And then we could cut out the mileage and
Cut out
the
the
lunches
mileage.
and things like that, right?
No. We appreciate our employees.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, if there's no more discussion, all right, all those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of all present? Awesome. like to take a motion for item number 5, adjournment.
Motion.
Hold on a second, Martina, you had your hand up, did you?
No, I just voted.
Oh.
Just a habit.
Thank you, Ms.
I
Shea.
figured I was safe back here.
Thanks for the vote.
No one would notice.
All right, you had a motion
Motion.
to adjourn.
Second.
Second, Provost, Marquetti. All those in favor? Opposed?
I didn't vote
Unanimous.
this
The
time.
paper, the
Doesn't
meeting
count.
is done.